There's no apparent oak on the nose, and there is a relatively strong minerality, kind of whetstone minerality. Palate. The wine is dry, medium bodied, I'd say around 12.5% alcohol, so medium alcohol. Medium plus acidity, fresh, crisp wine. There's still a little bit of green apple, green pear, but more some yellow apple, yellow pear, and there's more stone fruit on the palate, a note of fresh, juicy peach coming through. Less of the grassiness, a bit more of that of citrus notes, lemon, but sweeter citrus also, some orange, some mandarin. Still no apparent oak on the palate. And there is a strong minerality. Minerality is a big part of the wine. Quite peachy, a bit of spice coming through, some white pepper, a little bit of cardamom. The wine is balanced. It's of medium plus complexity, quite complex, and has a nice medium plus finish. Very good quality wine. I think this is from the old world, from a moderate climate. Possible grape varieties, Chenin Blanc, Grüne Veltliner. I think this is from Austria, from Niederösterreich, from Grüne Veltliner, but not from the Wachau, probably from Kremstal in a young vintage 2009. I would serve this at about 8-9 degrees. Drink it now or cellar for 4 to 6 years. I'd serve it with some sauteed shrimp with pancetta and orange on a bed of wild rice. Or also with a filet of pickerel, pan-fried, served on some herb ravioli with a dill and grapefruit beurre blanc. Wine number 2 is clear, it's star bright. It has a medium plus ruby color, bright ruby rim, colored to the rim, not showing any signs of age. There's no apparent gas or sediment, and viscosity is medium plus. The nose is clean, of medium plus aromatic intensity, still youthful, showing a lot of berry fruit. There's some black fruit, black currant, blackberry, black cherry. Just a hint of red fruit also, some cherry, a little bit of a red currant. There's notes of fresh tobacco leaf, tea leaf. There's also hints of vanilla and some toasted oak. I think this has probably seen some new oak, but I'll confirm that on the palate. There is a light floral note to it, and a quite strong minerality, limestone-like minerality. Palate. The wine is dry. Medium plus in body, I say this is about 13.5% alcohol, so medium plus alcohol. Medium plus acidity, also very fresh and crisp. Medium tannin, ripe, juicy tannin, almost chocolatey tannins. There's some black and some red fruit in here, some black currant, some blackberry, but also a lot of cherry, of raspberry, a bit more red fruit. There's notes of chocolate that are showing on the palate, some milk chocolate, a little bit of tobacco, but really sweet tobacco leaves. There is some vanilla, some toasted oak, and some oak spice, making me think this has seen some new French oak barrique. A little bit of dried fruit coming through on the palate also. Some raisins, some dates, some figs. The wine is balanced of medium plus complexity, medium plus finish, good quality wine. I think this is from the New World, from a warm climate. Possible grape varieties, Merlot, Zinfandel. I think this is Merlot from the United States, from California. Napa Merlot, 2010, very youthful. I'd serve this at about 16, 17 degrees. Could be carafed for half an hour before service. I think it has short-term aging potential, 4 to 5 years. And I would serve that with rack of lamb, herb-crusted rack of lamb. or some, could actually be nice because of the low tannin with some soft cheeses, a bloomy rind, but baked and with a cherry compote. Wine number 3 is clear, it's Starbright. It has a medium garnet color, slightly orange tinge to the rim, showing a bit thin, watery rim, could be showing some age. There's no apparent gas or sediment. Viscosity is high. The nose is clean, of medium aromatic intensity, showing some evolution, not very aromatic on the nose, getting into some more evolution aromas. There's some red fruit, some cherry, some cranberry, some sour cherry, red currant, strawberry, but there's also cooked fruit notes, cooked strawberry. There's a hint of volatile acidity. There's a strong earthiness to it, leafy character, tea leaf, tobacco leaf, a little bit of humus, sweet earth, compost, some mushroomy notes, forest floor. Not getting obvious new oak on the palate, probably some older oak, I'll confirm that, on the nose, I'm sorry. The wine is dry, medium plus in body, and medium plus alcohol, around 13.5% alcohol. Acidity is fresh, medium. Tannins are medium, fondu, polymerized. Again, a lot of red fruit, cherry, red currant, strawberry, some cooked fruit, dried, cooked strawberry, strawberry jam, also some dried fruit, also figs and dates in this. Forest floor, mushrooms, tea leaf, tobacco leaf. And just that hint of volatile acidity, but gives it a nice lift actually, not disturbing at all. There is minerality here, almost brick-like, dried clay. The wine is balanced of high complexity, long finish. I think this is a very good quality wine. I think it's from the old world, from a warmer climate. Could be many things that are aged, but there's an inherent sweetness to it that's almost mindful of Xenomavro or Ayurvedico. Don't think it's tannic enough for Sangiovese or Nebbiolo. I think this is from Greece, from Nausa, Xenomavro based 2004 vintage. I served this with a wild boar and wild mushroom ragout. Serve it at about 17, 18 degrees, could be carafed for half an hour. I think it still has enough freshness and structure to be kept medium to short term, 4 to 6 years. And could also be lovely with a wild mushroom risotto. Wine number 4 is clear. It's a red wine, it's clear, it's day bright. It has a medium plus ruby color, colored to the rim, doesn't seem to be showing any age. There's no apparent gas or sediment, and viscosity is high. The nose is clean, of medium plus aromatic intensity. Showing a little bit of oak aging. To come back to number 3, I think the oak treatment is older oak or larger barrels. This has definitely black currant, blackberry, black cherry, even some cassis liqueur notes to it. There's a light floral notes, almost potpourri, some dried flowers, dried roses, dried violets. Almost a garrigue-like smell to it, dried herbs. Wild strawberries. There is some toasted oak on this, a little bit of vanilla, some oak spice. I think this is seen new oak, but I'll confirm that on the palate. And there is a pebbly, almost gravelly minerality to it. The wine is very dry. Medium plus in body, medium plus alcohol, I think around 13.5% alcohol. Medium plus acidity, fresh, again, crisp. Medium plus tannin, firm tannin, but ripe, but dusty. Lots of red fruit, raspberry, cherry, red plum, also a little bit of black fruit, some black currant, some cassis. Very cedary, notes of twig, of tree bark, tomato leaf, tea leaf, earthy, dried earth, and light toastiness. I think this is seeing maybe some new oak, but mostly larger or older barrels. The wine is balanced of medium plus complexity, medium plus finish. This is also a very high quality wine. I think it's from the old world possible grape varieties, Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon. I think this is from Italy, from Tuscany. It's a Sangiovese based Chianti Classico Reserva 2008. I would serve this at 17 to 18 degrees, would definitely carafe it a good hour before service. Has long aging potential, could be kept another 8 to 10 years, and would be beautiful with a roast loin of caribou in herb crust served on a mushroom.